Antarctica, the forbidden continent. Imagine a place where time stands still. A silent, white kingdom at the bottom of the world. It is the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth. It holds 90% of the world's ice and 70% of its fresh water. It is a land twice the size of Australia, yet it remains the only continent without an indigenous human population. For centuries, Antarctica was just a myth, terra australis incognita, the unknown southern land. It wasn't until 1820 that humanity laid eyes on it. But today, the ice is no longer just a barrier to exploration, it is a veil. And thanks to modern technology, that veil is beginning to lift. In the age of satellite surveillance, there are no secrets. Or so we thought. In 2016, researchers scouring Google Earth images of the Ellsworth mountain range noticed something that shouldn't be there. Amidst the chaotic, jagged peaks of the Heritage Range, one structure stood out. It wasn't a random formation. It was perfect. A four-sided structure, rising 4,150 feet into the thin polar air. Its sides aligned almost perfectly with the cardinal points, north, south, east, west. The internet dubbed it the Antarctic Pyramid. To the untrained eye, it mirrors the Great Pyramid of Giza, though vastly larger. Geologists were quick to respond. They call it a nunatak, a mountain peak that pokes through the glacial ice. They explain that millions of years of freeze-thaw erosion can naturally fracture rock into straight lines. But the human mind struggles with coincidence. Why just this one peak? Why the symmetry? Is it a case of pareidolia, seeing patterns where none exist, or is it the weather-beaten remains of a civilization that predates the ice? To answer that, we have to ask, was Antarctica always a frozen wasteland? To understand the forbidden history of Antarctica, we must rewind the clock. Not by centuries, but by eons. Science confirms that Antarctica was not always a tomb of ice. During the Cretaceous period, 100 million years ago, this continent was a paradise. It teemed with life. In 2020, researchers drilling near the Pine Island Glacier found something extraordinary in the sediment cores, fossilized roots, pollen, and spores. These weren't just any plants. They were remnants of a temperate rainforest, similar to what we see in New Zealand today. The average temperature was 54 degrees Fahrenheit. Dinosaurs roamed here. The Lystrosaurus, a pig-sized herbivore, thrived in these southern valleys. We know the green Antarctica existed. The question is, did it exist recently enough for humans to see it? This is where history drifts into mystery. In 1929, a dusty map was discovered in the Topkapi Palace Library in Istanbul. Drawn in 1513 by the Ottoman Admiral Piri Reis, it compiled data from 20 older source maps, some dating back to the time of Alexander the Great. It depicts the coasts of Europe, Africa, and South America with reasonable accuracy. But follow the South American coast down, and you see something impossible. It connects to a southern landmass. A landmass that looks suspiciously like the coastline of Queen Maud Land, Antarctica. But on this map, there is no ice. It shows rivers, mountains, and ice-free bays. How could a 16th-century sailor map a continent that wasn't officially discovered until 300 years later? The existence of these maps led historian Charles Hapgood to propose a radical theory in the 1950s, Earth crustal displacement. He argued that the Earth's outer shell can slip over its molten core, moving entire continents into different climatic zones rapidly. Hapgood believed that 12,000 years ago, Antarctica was located further north, in a temperate zone. Then, a cataclysm shifted the crust, dragging the continent into the polar circle. The lush jungles were flash-frozen, buried under miles of ice, trapping whatever, or whoever, lived there. While mainstream science dismisses the speed of Hapgood's shift, the evidence of a flash freeze is compelling. But the mysteries aren't just in the past. They are alive. Deep beneath the East Antarctic ice sheet lies Lake Vostok. It is one of the largest lakes in the world, buried under 4,000 meters of solid ice. It has been sealed off from the atmosphere for 15 million years. When Russian scientists drilled into the lake, they found life. Bacteria and microbes that are distinct from anything else on the surface. It is an alien ecosystem right here on Earth. And then, there are the Blood Falls of Taylor Glacier. A gruesome, 5-story tall waterfall of crimson liquid oozing from the ice. For decades, it was a horror story for explorers. Today, we know it is iron-rich saltwater from a trapped subglacial lake, oxidizing as it hits the air. The continent is literally bleeding iron. In the freezing waters surrounding the continent, a phenomenon known as polar gigantism takes hold. The oxygen-rich water allows creatures to grow to nightmare proportions. Sea spiders the size of dinner plates. Jellyfish with tentacles 30 feet long. But some sailors claim there is something else. Something intelligent. In the 1990s, rumors began circulating among Japanese whaling crews of the Ningen, translated simply as the human. They describe a white, fleshy creature, 20 to 30 meters long. It has a tail like a mermaid, but a torso with arms and a human-like face. Official logs dismiss these sightings as misidentified whales breaching the surface. But the consistency of the reports, the arms, the pale skin, the 5-fingered hands, keeps the legend alive. Is it a new species? An ancient aquatic primate? Or merely the hallucinations of sleep-deprived sailors in the white abyss? The monsters in the water are frightening, but the monsters of history may be worse. In 1938, as the world braced for war, Nazi Germany sent an expedition to Antarctica. Their ship, the Schwabenland, launched seaplanes that dropped thousands of metal swastika darts across Queen Maud Land, claiming it for the Third Reich. They called it New Swabia. Why? Why divert resources to the end of the world on the brink of war? Official documents say they needed whale oil. But intelligence reports from the time suggest they were looking for something else. A base. A refuge. The war ended in 1945. But the activity in Antarctica did not. In 1946, the United States launched Operation High Jump. It was billed as a training mission. But the manifest told a different story. Admiral Richard E. Byrd led an armada of 4,700 men, 13 ships, and an aircraft carrier. They were fully armed. The mission was scheduled for 6 to 8 months. It ended in just 6 weeks. Upon his return, Byrd gave a cryptic interview to a Chilean newspaper. He warned that in the event of a new war, the United States would be attacked by flying objects which could fly from pole to pole at incredible speeds. What did Byrd see? Why did the task force retreat? Years later, a secret diary attributed to Byrd surfaced. In it, the admiral allegedly describes flying over the pole and entering a chasm that led to a lush, green land inside the earth. He describes woolly mammoths, crystal cities, and a meeting with a being called the Master, who warned humanity about its atomic weapons. While skeptics call the diary a fraud, the hollow earth theory has persisted for centuries. Does the specific geology of the poles hide an entrance? Or was Byrd's warning about flyers a reference to advanced German technology hidden in the ice? In 1959, something unprecedented happened. 12 nations, in the heat of the Cold War, put down their guns and signed the Antarctic Treaty. It declared the entire continent a scientific preserve. No military bases. No weapons testing. No nuclear waste. To this day, it is the only piece of land on Earth governed by peace. But is it peace, or is it quarantine? Tourists can visit Antarctica, but their movements are strictly controlled. There are special protection areas that no one, not even unauthorized scientists, can enter. We are told this is to protect fragile mosses or penguin colonies. But conspiracy theorists argue these zones hide the excavations of what was found under the ice. We may not have to wait long for answers. The planet is changing. As global temperatures rise, the ice is retreating. In 2022, the wreck of Ernest Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, was found perfectly preserved. But the ice is revealing other things too. New islands have appeared on maps. Satellite anomalies are becoming more frequent. The forbidden continent is thawing. Antarctica is the final frontier. It guards the history of our climate, the secrets of our biology, and perhaps, the ruins of our past. Whether it holds a lost civilization, a secret base, or simply the raw power of nature, one thing is certain: the ice is watching. And it is waiting. The truth is down there. We just have to be brave enough to look. Thanks for watching.